16.2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can write down your questions by a chat. You see there is a chat option, so that I may see your question.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, you can write down your question in the chat box. I'll have a look. Anybody? Anybody? If you have any question, you can write down in your chat. Okay. I'll have a look. I'll have a look.
I will.
Okay, it's an interesting course actually, but unfortunately, bad luck for you and bad luck for me that we cannot go for physical class. We have to continue online classes. So if you enjoy it, then I will enjoy it too. And I think you guys are good because I have heard so many positive reviews from the batch 27th. So keep it up. Okay, then we should start, right? Should we start today?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Who said you have a question? Please write down in your chat. Okay, I will have a look. Okay, last class I have explained you the amplitude modulation, right? That means how a modulating signal or how your audio signal is amplitude modulated in the radio broadcasting station or in any broadcasting station. That means how a signal is modulated by amplitude modulation. So we have also seen the modulation effect. We have also seen how it looks like the AM wave or amplitude modulated wave. Today we will discuss about we will analyze the amplitude modulated wave. That means we know this is our AM wave. This is our AM wave. So today we will analyze the nature of this wave or what's inside this wave, its amplitude level and its frequency level. What inside this AM wave today we will analyze. Okay, because this wave also has equation because we know okay, that means we know every signal. That means every signal has equation. If you represent this your audio signal by equation, you can have a look. Suppose y is we know that a simple equation for a sinusoidal signal, y is equal to a sine omega t. That means for y is the instantaneous amplitude level. Instant. Okay, just have a sinusoidal voltage. You can say y is equal to a sine omega t. Here E is the instantaneous value and a is the amplitude and sine omega t is the sine factor or cos factor. So this wave has equation, this carrier wave has equation. So today we will derive what will be the equation of your AM wave. Okay, what will be the equation of your AM wave? Because we have already known that this AM wave is the combination of your carrier wave and the audio wave. So let's take two signals. That means let's take first carrier signals which has a equation of like this. You see, EC is equal to EC cos omega t, where this small EC is the instantaneous voltage of your carrier signal, and this capital EC is the amplitude of your carrier signal, and cos omega c is the cos factor, where omega c is the angular velocity of the carrier signal. And if you further explain your omega c is equal to 2 pi fct, where fc is the carrier signal frequency. Okay. Okay, let's take another signal of sinusoidal signal of audio signal, which has the say, which has the equation of Es is equal to MEC cos omega t. That means we have taken another signal of audio signal, where Es is the instantaneous voltage of our audio signal, and you have no the modulation factor. I have told you modulation factor M is equal to ES divided by EC. So from that respect, you can say ES is equal to MEC. So throughout our derivation, we can represent our ES equal to MEC. That means MEC means here just ES, where ES is the amplitude of the audio signal. So you can say ES, small ES is equal to capital ES cos omega st, or omega st is the, or omega s is the angular velocity of your audio signal, and omega s you can derive 2 by fs. That means fs is the audio frequencies, or maybe fs is the frequency of your audio signal. Or in other words, you can say es is equal to mec cos omega st. That means mec is the amplitude part of your audio signal. So we have taken two signals. One is the carrier signal here, and another one is the audio signal here. Later on after modulation, we know that the AM wave will look like this. But what will be the equation of this wave? What will be the equation of this wave? From the definition of amplitude modulation, we know that the frequency of this AM wave will be equal to the frequency of the carrier wave, but only the amplitude of this AM wave will different, right? That means the frequency of this carrier wave and the AM wave will be same, but the amplitude of this carrier wave will vary according to the amplitude of the audio signal. But the amplitude variations will depend on the frequency of this. That means how fast the amplitude will vary, how fast or how slow the amplitude will vary. It will depend on the frequency of the audio signal. In other words, you can say, okay, that means we will now derive the equation of this AM wave. So for this, we will divide this process into two parts. That means you say first, what will be the amplitude of the AM wave? What will be the amplitude of the AM wave? I have already told you that means the amplitude of AM wave will be nothing but the amplitude of carrier wave will change according to the amplitude of this audio signal. So this amplitude, that means the amplitude of AM wave will be amplitude of carrier wave plus amplitude of carrier wave plus the instantaneous value of this audio signal. That means the amplitude of AM wave. What will be the amplitude of AM wave? What will be the amplitude of AM wave? It will be the amplitude of carrier wave. The amplitude of carrier wave plus the instantaneous value of the audio signal. Because in every moment, when the instantaneous value of the audio signal changes, the amplitude of the AM wave will change. So that's why you can say the amplitude of this AM wave, will be equal to the amplitude of this carrier wave plus the instantaneous value of this audio signal. Because the moment when the amplitude, or the moment when the instantaneous value of this audio signal changes, there will be a change of the amplitude of this carrier signal and will form the AM wave. So for this, you see there is a first line. The amplitude of the carrier wave varies at signal frequency fs. I have already told you. Therefore, the amplitude of AM wave is given by, that means amplitude of AM wave will be, you see this EC, amplitude of carrier signal plus the instantaneous value of this audio signal. This whole represents the instantaneous value of the audio signal, because I have taken a audio signal which has a equation of small es is equal to capital Es cos omega t. So here capital Es is represented by MEC, because capital Es is equal to MEC from the definition of modulation factor. You know, modulation factor M is equal to ES divided by EC. So that means you can say EC is equal to 1 plus M cos omega t. So this will be the amplitude of the AM wave. This will be the amplitude of this of your AM wave. That means after amplitude modulation, that means after combination of audio signal and your carrier signal, we will get our amplitude modulated wave, which will have a amplitude of this. That means amplitude of carrier signal plus the instantaneous amplitude or the instantaneous value of the audio signal. So if you want to represent a signal, then you must need a amplitude. We have got our amplitude here. That means the amplitude of AM wave, and again we have to take another sine factor or cos factor. That means angular velocity. That means you have to take another cos factor or sine factor. Okay, that means what will be the instantaneous voltage of AM wave? That means what will be the equation of your AM wave? The instantaneous value of AM wave will be amplitude in multiplied by cos omega ct. You see here omega c, that means angular velocity of your AM wave, or you can say omega c is equal to 2 pi fct, or 2 pi fct means fc means here the frequency of your AM wave. I have already told you the frequency of your AM wave will be similar to the frequency of the carrier signal. That's why when you take your carrier signal, you have taken cos omega ct. Omega c means 2 pi fc, or fc is the frequency of the carrier signal. So this frequency will be same of this frequency. That means what will be the frequency of your AM wave? It will be same fc, as fc is the frequency of your carrier wave. So fc will be the frequency of your AM wave. That means fc will be same both for carrier, both for AM wave. So that's why when you want to express the AM wave in terms of equation, you must express your instantaneous value of AM wave equal to amplitude into cos omega ct. And what will be the amplitude of your AM wave? I have already told you, that means the amplitude of your AM wave will be amplitude of carrier wave plus the instantaneous value of your audio signal. So you can if you replace this amplitude, by this one, that means ec plus mec cos omega st, or ec 1 plus m cos omega st. You see you have just place the value ec 1 plus m cos omega st multiplied by cos omega ct. So you can elaborate this equation: ec cos omega ct, mec cos omega st cos omega ct. Okay, then ec cos omega ct normal. You can multiply it by this one too, and later on divided by this two. So this will be same. Just you have multiplied by 2 and also divided by 2. So it will be mec by 2, 2 cos omega st cos omega ct. And there is a trigonometric formula. Okay, there is a trigonometric formula, that means 2 cos theta 2 sin theta. Sorry, there's a trigonometric formula, 2 cos theta sin theta. I think you all know this formula. 2 cos theta sin theta will be equal to like in this way, 2 cos a cos b, 2 cos a sin b. Okay, but 2 sin a cos b. There is a trigonometric formula of this format: 2 cos a sin b, or 2 sin a cos b. It will be cos a plus b plus cos a minus b. Okay, if you search for trigonometric formula, 2 cos a, 2 cos b, 2 cos a cos b. That means you see 2 cos a cos b. Of this type of formula, you can write down cos a plus b cos a minus b. In other words, you can say you can replace this 2 cos omega st cos omega ct by this one, cos omega c plus omega st cos omega c minus omega st. So afterwards you can see ec plus cos omega ct mec by 2. So if you replace this omega c plus omega s, that means that omega c is nothing but the 2 pi fc, and omega s is 2 pi fs. Again you see, that means you can say cos 2 pi fc plus fst. Again mec by 2 cos 2 pi fc minus fs2. So this is your final equation of your AM wave. Okay, that means this equation, that means E is equal to the instantaneous voltage of AM wave. E is equal to is E cos omega ct plus mec by 2 cos omega c plus omega st or omega c plus omega c, you can say fc plus fs multiplied by 2 pi. Again mec by 2 cos 2 pi into fc minus fst. So this finally is your equation of your AM wave. So from this equation, you can say the OM wave, that means the OM wave, which is the combination of your audio signal and carrier signal, comprises of three portions or three parts: first part, second part, third part, and there are total two amplitudes, right? One amplitude is EC, just EC, and another one amplitude is MEC by 2, MEC by 2. And you can see there are three frequencies. One is fc, this one is fc, another one is fc plus fs, another one is fc minus fs. In summary, you can say your amplitude modulated wave which you got after amplitude modulation, or which you got after combination of your audio signal and carrier signal. So this AM wave or amplitude modulated wave have three parts in the equation. Have three parts of two amplitudes and three frequencies. Two amplitude means EC, one is the one of the amplitude, and MEC by 2 one of the amplitude, and MEC by 2 same, and three frequencies FC, FC plus FS, FC minus FS. So this FC plus FS frequency is called the upper sideband frequencies, and this FC minus FS is known as lower sideband frequencies. That means in the AM wave there are three frequencies: normal carrier frequency, this one, upper sideband frequency, and the lower sideband frequency. And the most importantly or most interestingly, the main consideration you have to give in your upper sideband frequencies and lower sideband frequencies, because the information we want to transmit through the carrier wave contains in the sideband frequencies. That means we have to consider more about sideband frequencies, upper sideband frequency and lower sideband frequency. There are 3 points you see here. You just says like this, that is upper sideband frequency and lower sideband frequency. So if you represent this wave in a frequency spectrum, that means if you represent your amplitude modulated wave or this wave in a frequency spectrum, you can have a look of this figure. That means there are three frequencies. One is the normal frequency FC, another frequency will be FC plus FS. So this is your FC plus FS. Another frequency FC minus FS. This will be FC minus FS. And also there are two amplitudes of your AM wave. One is the capital EC, another one is MEC by 2. So capital EC will be more, capital EC will be more, and another two was MEC by 2. So MEC by 2. So by this curve, you can represent your amplitude modulated wave of frequency and your amplitude. That means there are two amplitudes of same level, MEC by 2, and another one is the EC. This is the more amplitude. And three frequencies. This one is known as lower sideband frequencies. This one is known as upper sideband frequencies. So what is the range of your amplitude modulated wave? Or range will be upper sideband frequencies minus lower sideband frequencies. So if you minus your lower sideband frequencies from this upper sideband frequencies, it will be only 2fs. You see, fc plus fs minus fc plus fs. So it will be 2fs. So that's why from that respect, we can say that the bandwidth of the amplitude modulation wave is double the frequency of the audio signal. So bandwidth of your AM wave. So bandwidth of our AM wave will be the difference between the upper sideband frequency and the lower sideband frequency, and this difference will be nothing but the 2 times of your frequency of the amplitude modulation. In amplitude, you see in this line, in amplitude modulation, bandwidth is twice the signal frequency. Okay, let's have a look of this example. 2500 kilohertz carrier is modulated by audio signal with frequency span of 50 to 15,000 hertz. What are the frequencies of lower and upper sidebands? What bandwidth of RF amplitude filter is required to handle in the output? Okay, the modulating signal or the music has a range of 0.05 to 15 kilohertz. That means we are taking our audio signal of frequency of ranging 0.05 to 15 kilohertz. So this sideband frequencies produced ranges from FC, because we know the what will be the our upper sideband frequency. Upper sideband frequency will be FC plus FS. So FC, we know FC is equal to 2500 kilohertz, and what will be our FS? Our FS may vary from 0.5 to 15 kilohertz. Therefore, our upper sideband ranges will be FC plus 0.05 to FC plus 15 kilohertz. That's why our upper sideband frequencies may range from this one to this one. Again, what will be our lower sideband ranges? We know our lower LSB or lower sideband frequency is nothing but FC minus FS. So you can say FC minus 0.05 kilohertz to 15 kilohertz. So your FC or your lower sideband frequency, just you have to subtract this one from the 2500 kilohertz. Are you all there listening to me?
Yes, sir.
As there are some equations, okay, I think if you just see your books, it will be clear to you, because I tried to explain all. That is how the equation is comes from one after another. Okay.
Yeah.
You can ask me any question, no problem.
Sir, can you repeat last example?
Last example.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, before explaining last example, I can explain another example so that it will be more clear to you. Okay, I will back to this example, no problem. Just see this one. Okay. Okay, see this one first. In AM wave, an AM wave is represented by this expression: 5 into 1 plus 0.6 cos 6280 t sine 2 1 volts. So this one you see, if you compare this equation, with the standard equation of your AM wave, we know the standard equation of our AM wave. At first it was like this: EC 1 plus M cos omega st sine omega ct. Just from this equation, you see, this one. That means the standard equation of your AM wave. This line, you see this line, EC 1 plus M cos omega st. So from this equation, you see that this EC is the amplitude of your carrier signal, and this omega s, that means the frequency of the audio signal, and this omega c is the frequency of your carrier signal. So by comparing this equation with your given AM wave equation, you can get many information. You see, that means an AM wave is given in this format. Okay, an AM wave is given in this format. So from this equation, if you compare your AM wave equation of this format, then you can easily have idea. That means EC or here 5. So here EC or the carrier amplitude will be equal to 5 volts. And you know your M is given here 0.6. But we know our M is equal to ES divided by EC. So if you want to calculate your ES, you must multiply your EC into M. That means ES equal to MEC, where ES is the amplitude of the audio signal. So here ES will be amplitude of audio signal will be equal to the 5 into 0.6, or you can say 3 volt. Later on we will see it. And also see M is equal to 0.6 given Fs. We know this is our total. That means M. This is our audio signal frequency. That means 6280 here given as 2 pi ft. So you have to divide this by 2 pi. So after that means when you divide your 6280 by 2 pi, you will get your Fs. because this if this equation m cos omega st, because this portion is your audio signal and m omega s is the angular velocity of your audio signal. So here omega s, that means you can say 2 pi fs. So from this to omega s you can calculate your fs, so fs. And what will be your fc? What will be your carrier signal frequency? So if you compare this one, that means this one given as your carrier angular velocity of your carrier signal. So if you divide this portion by 2 pi, you will get your carrier signal frequency. So when you divide your omega c divided by 2 pi, you will get your carrier frequency fc. So you get your fc, you get your fs, and now you can easily calculate your lower sideband frequency and upper sideband frequency, because we know there are three frequencies in an AM wave. One is the normal carrier wave, that is our FC 336 kilohertz. You see, normal carrier wave 336 kilohertz. Another one is our upper sideband frequency. What will be our upper sideband frequency? Our upper sideband frequency will be FC plus FS. And you see, FC is the 336 kilohertz and FS equal to 1 kilohertz. So what will be our upper sideband frequency? Just plus 1. And what will be your lower sideband frequency? Your lower sideband frequency will be a subtraction of your audio frequency minus subtraction of your audio frequency from the carrier frequency. So carrier frequency 336 kilohertz minus audio frequency 335 kilohertz. So what is the bandwidth of your AM wave? Bandwidth is the difference between the upper sideband frequency and the lower sideband frequency. You see the difference between this LSB and the USB is 2 kilohertz, or in other words, we can say the bandwidth of an amplitude modulated wave is twice the frequency of the audio signal. Here, frequency of the audio signal is 1 kilohertz. So, what will be the 2 times of this frequency? 2 kilohertz. So, this 2 kilohertz will be the bandwidth of your amplitude modulated wave. And here you can say what will be the maximum and minimum amplitude of your AM wave, because we have looked at equation of a modulation factor is equal to B max minus B min divided by B max plus B min. So there is a terms, that means B max and B min in an AM wave. So what will be the B max and B min of this AM wave? So we know our B max will be, B max can be amplitude of EC plus the amplitude of your audio signal, that means the modulating signal. And what will be the minimum amplitude? That means what can be the minimum amplitude of your AM wave? The minimum amplitude of your AM wave can be EC minus MEC. You should know that means MEC is nothing but the amplitude of the audio signal. MEC here is nothing but the amplitude of your audio signal, because M is equal to ES divided by EC. So you can write ES is equal to MEC. So I have already told you, that means this 0.6 here modulation factor, this 5 is the carrier signal amplitude. So what will be your audio signal amplitude? Your audio signal amplitude will be MEC, that means 5 multiplied by 0.6, that means 3 volt. So your minimum voltage level of your AM wave can be 5 minus 3 is equal to 2 volt. And what can be your maximum value of your AM wave? That is, what can be your maximum amplitude of your AM wave? It can be 5 plus 3, 8 volt. So here B max can be 8 volt, B min can be 2 volt of this wave. Okay, who asked me to explain the last example? That was this one. This one is nothing. You have given a carrier frequency of 20, that means 2500 kilohertz carrier frequency. Okay, a carrier frequency, a carrier signal is given which have a frequency of 2500 kilohertz, and the audio signal is given which has a frequency of range is given. That means there is no specific frequency, but range of frequencies is given. The range of frequencies is 50 to 15,000 hertz. So what may be your upper sideband frequency and what may be your lower sideband frequency? We know our upper sideband frequency is nothing but the carrier signal frequency plus the audio signal frequency. That means FC plus FS. So you have to just add your this range of frequencies, that means 50 to 1500 hertz with this carrier signal frequency. So our upper sideband frequencies will vary from 2500 kilohertz plus 0.05 kilohertz to 15 kilohertz. Because just consider, if your frequency of your audio signal is 1 kilohertz, then what will be your upper sideband frequency? 2500 kilohertz plus 1 kilohertz. So if you consider your audio signal of 0.05 kilohertz, because you can say 50 hertz means 0.05 kilohertz. In that case, what will be your upper sideband frequency? 2500 kilohertz plus 0.05 kilohertz. That means you do not know the exact value of your audio frequency, because the ranges of your audio frequency is given 50 to 15 kilohertz. That is 50 to 15 kilohertz. So what will be the value of your audio signal? You must add that value with this carrier frequency for getting your upper sideband frequency. Again, for getting your lower sideband frequency, you have to subtract your audio signal frequency from this carrier signal frequency. And again, as you do not know the ranges, as you do not know the specific value of your audio signal frequency. So let's take your audio signal frequency is 10 kilohertz. So after that, what will be your lower sideband frequency or LSB? It will be nothing but the subtraction of that audio frequency from this carrier frequency. That means if you take the audio signal frequency as 15 kilohertz, then what will be a lower sideband frequency? In that case, you have to subtract your audio signal frequency of 15 kilohertz from this 2500 kilohertz. So it will be 2485 kilohertz. Okay, that means this example has taken as, that means suppose your audio signal is 15 kilohertz. So your upper sideband frequency will be this frequency plus 15 kilohertz. It will be to 2515. And what will be your LSB or lower sideband frequency? Your lower sideband frequency will be that means you have to subtract your 15 kilohertz from this 2500. That means it will be 2485 kilohertz. So what is the bandwidth? Your bandwidth will be 30 kilohertz. Again, we can say that this 30 kilohertz is nothing but the 2 times of our audio signal frequency, because we have taken our audio signal frequency as 15 kilohertz. So again, you can say in amplitude modulation, bandwidth is twice the signal frequency. Hello? Anybody? Are you listening to me all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anything I want to repeat? Anything I have to repeat?
No, sir.
Everything okay?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Saidul Islam.
Yes, sir.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand or
বুঝতে
not?
একটু সমস্যা
বলো, বুঝতে সমস্যা হচ্ছে?
Yes, sir.
মানে
বুঝতে
বুঝতে
স্যার একটু সমস্যা হবে স্যার, যদি
বড় কি সমস্যা আছে এদের
স্যার।
একটু তুমি যদি বইটা একটু ফলো করো তাহলে দেখবে যে বুঝতে সমস্যা হচ্ছে না। মানে যদি আমার এই লেকচারটা আবার একটু ভিডিও শুনে যদি একটু দেখো, কারণ একটু বই তো পড়তে হবে।
স্যার পিডিএফ তো দিয়ে দিবেন স্যার,
আমি তো পিডিএফ আগে দিয়ে দিছি, একটু বই দেখতে হবে। আর তুমি যদি বলো তাহলে বলো, আমি বাংলা একটু বলি, কোথায় বোঝো নাই।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে স্যার, দেখুন যদি সমস্যা হয় তাহলে স্যার জিজ্ঞাসা করুন।
আচ্ছা তাহলে সে একটু দেখো, কারণ হচ্ছে না দেখলে তো আসলে হবে না। তুমি এই যে আমাদের তো কালকে একটা ক্লাস আছে, দরকার পড়লে তুমি আমাকে পরের সপ্তাহে একটু জিজ্ঞাসা করো, স্যার এই জায়গায় একটু বলেন, আবার দরকার নেই আমি একটু রিপিট করলাম আগের পড়াগুলাই। তাহলে আমি একটু তোমরা যারা বাংলাদেশে আছো অথবা ইংলিশে বুঝতে একটু সমস্যা হইতেই পারে, তোমরা একটু দেখো, বইটি দেখে আমাকে পরের মানে উইকে, কালকে আমি বলতেছি না, কালকে একদিনের মধ্যে তোমরা কি পড়বা, আমাকে পরের উইকে কোশ্চেন করো যে স্যার এই জায়গাটা বুঝে নিয়ে একটু রিপিট করেন, আমি রিপিট করবো দরকার পড়লে।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, থ্যাংক ইউ।
Okay, any Somalian guys have any question?
Sir,
No question?
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, please continue. Carry
Sir,
on.
I'm writing for the chat. My question.
Oh yes, write down, write down.
I'm already sent you, sir.
I've already sent it.
Yes, sir. Modulation factor, sir.
Sir, in modulation factor. Okay, modulation factor. Actually, this modulation factor will give you the information how much your carrier signal is modulated. That means the more the amplitude of your audio signal, the more will be the modulation factor. That means the more there will be variation of your amplitude of carrier signal, because you know the what will be the AM wave. The AM wave is
Where is it? I will check. See what that's gonna check.
I want to mute you all. Okay, there's a tip time. Okay, that is a modulation factor. Modulation factor, you know, the more the amplitude of your audio signal, the more the variation of the amplitude of your carrier signal. Okay, and the lower the amplitude of your audio signal, the lower the variation of your carrier signal. And modulation factor indicates how much variation of your carrier signal, because it indicates the strength of your modulation. It indicates the strength of your modulation. If you take more amplitude of audio signal, there will be more modulation. That means there will be more information in your AM wave for getting your audio signal. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
And I have also explained to you, that means if there are three types of modulation, that means under modulation, critical modulation, and over modulation. That means if you take the amplitude of your audio signal more than the amplitude of your carrier signal, in that case it will be over modulation. So whenever you will go for over modulation, it will not be very wise, because your signal may be distorted whenever you want to demodulate your AM wave. You have to consider that factor also. And if you go for that means in most of the communication systems, we will go for our under modulation. Okay, that means we will take our audio signal frequency less than the carrier signal frequency. That will be our perfect modulation. And modulation means the more the modulation factor, the more the variation of your carrier signal amplitude. Okay, and the less the value of your modulation factor, there will be less variation of your carrier signal amplitude. And we know the amplitude modulation is nothing but the variations of the amplitude of your carrier signal in respect to the amplitude of the audio signal. So if the modulation factor has a higher value, you can say that there will be more value of your the more the amplitude of your audio signal. Okay, if the modulation factor is less, you can say the less the amplitude of your audio signal. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, then I want to end here today. See you tomorrow, right? You will go,
Inshallah, sir.
okay, you will go through the books. You will go through the PDFs tonight. And if you have any problem, if you face any problem regarding any questions, regarding any topics, regarding any maths, okay, you can ask me tomorrow. Okay. Till then, stay fine. Allah bless.